Hey, I'm Nate. I go by the producer name Hey Nate. I'm originally from Portland, Oregon, and now I live in Eugene, Oregon. I just graduated from the University of Oregon, and now I'm living in Eugene, working and spending most of my time working on music. For what got me into music, I would say it started with my parents forcing me into piano and then slowly falling in love with it. Then I started to pick up guitar and drums as I kind of progressed through middle and high school. As far as what got me into producing music, I would say it probably came from the fact that most of my friends didn't really want to work on stuff outside of our classes of jazz band or concert band or some of those things. So I started producing background tracks or backing tracks for me to play guitar or piano to. Then I started to realize that I could just do everything in there. About the time that I found Cruella, I really realized that dance music was pretty big for me, and that it was something that you could do all on your own, and that was really interesting because I was like, wow, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of excitement in some of these sounds and some of these things that these people are doing, and they're all able to do it from their computer. That really fit and felt like something that was going to be really comfortable for me. So I kind of just started to really explore that from there. That was probably when I was about 15 or 16. For my music, I would say it's kind of all over the place. Sometimes I feel like writing a house song, sometimes I feel like writing a pop song. Generally, I have two different modes of producing. One is producing for myself, where I kind of just, whatever I sit down on the computer and feel like making that day or that time, I'll make. Sometimes a lot of stuff doesn't get put out or ever used, but I try not to sit down and say, I'm going to make a house song, because I end up making something that's not that, and then I get disappointed in myself. The other side is sort of producing for other people, where someone will kind of sit down with me, they'll kind of have these ideas, they'll want to work on something, and I'll just kind of try to produce their ideas out. And that's one of the ways that I really like to work on stuff and have been able to find a lot of success. But for more of my personal music, I would say I generally fall in the path of the kind of EDM scene, and I just kind of like stuff that's higher energy, but also stuff that has feeling and is usually generally pretty easy to dance to. I kind of like dancing myself and like DJing, so I want to make sure that the stuff that I write is also stuff that I can play in a lot of different situations. For some of my current influences, I would say one big one right now is Freddie Mercury. I watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, and kind of seeing how he handled and looked at doubt and handled pressure and stress and writing music, and really just having that full vision the whole time, and really knowing that he could get there and there was no reason why he couldn't. That was pretty cool to me. Also seeing how a lot of their songs are able to create feeling and display feeling so well, that's really interesting. I grew up listening to DaVinci when I was starting to make a lot of music, and his stuff always was able to connect with me and connect with massive amounts of people, and it was really hard for me to see him go, because he was always someone I wanted to meet and be able to work on something with. My other kind of bigger inspirations are definitely Diplo and Skrillex. Diplo especially, and Skrillex, because they have now been able to work in almost every genre of music. And as someone that really kind of likes all genres of music, seeing that people are able to succeed in doing that is really exciting. I want to make sure that I personally don't ever get pigeonholed, so I like to listen to music from a lot of outside places too. So I try to make sure that my music taste is pretty broad. So if you look on my Spotify playlists, they're all just super random. You'll have a song by Excision, then a song followed by the 1975, followed by Fleetwood Mac, followed by the Beatles, followed by Skrillex, or followed by Dylan Francis, or followed by anybody really in any of those scenes that are just really doing well. I try to make sure that the people that I'm listening to are making songs that are good and relevant, not just songs that are kind of one-offs or trying to make just at what people would call a banger. I want to make stuff that lasts, so I want to make music that has been lasting. So my current projects that I'm pretty stoked on, I'm working with the singer Julia, who we're working on some songs kind of for her and for myself that we're collaborating on. Some of those are really cool because we're figuring out really interesting ways to combine kind of some of the ideas from pop and dance in ways that we really feel like kind of people aren't really looking at right now. But for myself, I'm really still trying to explore what my sound is. Again, kind of looking into the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, and even also the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. The whole theory and plot line was around taking a leap of faith. And A thing that people don't really talk about is trying to figure out what is your leap of faith. Are you jumping off a building and then like hopefully you'll swing into somewhere? Or what is it? For me, I've kind of realized that part of it is just committing to making music more often, as long as I can each day, more than 8 hours. And so some of the things that I'm kind of working on now is a lot of mixing, a lot of practice, getting better at the fundamental skills that I wasn't able to kind of while I was in college. I would say some of the things that I'm really excited about right now is kind of rediscovering some of the older genres of music and kind of bringing them back, bringing some of those festival trap songs kind of back in a new way, kind of figuring out ways we can make house a little different. How can I take some of the genres and kind of push them a bit? That's what's interesting to me. There's a lot of people that they'll catch the wave, they'll see that rhythm is popping off, then they'll make a rhythm song, or like when future bass was really big, everyone was making future bass. I don't want to discredit those people because a lot of those songs I love, but I definitely, if that was something that would happen now to me where I'm making more music, I would kind of see the idea and be like, okay, that's cool, but how can we push that further? Not just how can I make that style so that I stay relevant? How can I adapt it? How can I change it? How can I bring two old things together to make something new? And I think that is kind of where I want to be, and that's always how I want my music to be seen. I don't want to be pigeonholed in, I make trap music, I make house music, I make dubstep. I want to be known that the music that I put out is just always quality, whether if it's a house song or a trap song or a country song or a rap track, kind of whatever just feels right at the time. Right now, I would say the next few songs I'm putting out kind of fit that trap, housey kind of vibe. But who knows, in a couple months I could be putting out something completely different. Future ambitions definitely are going to be just working with as many people as I can. I really want to be able to learn. I look at myself like someone that is always going to be learning, or like kind of wandering through life, taking things from different people here or there. I really just want to be able to essentially be able to sustain myself on the music that I make. I want to feel like I can wake up and work on a song every day and not have to have another job to sustain my life. That's pretty much the ultimate goal, one way or another. Obviously, it'd be really cool to have like a #1 song or play some of the biggest festivals in the world. But for right now, I'm really just focusing on, can I get to a point where I don't have to worry about working other jobs or working on some of those things. But some of the more music goals, I definitely think it'd be really cool to be able to work with some of the best, to work with Skrillex, to work with Kenny Beats, to work with all these people that have really pushed genres in different directions in cool ways, and how can I take some of their ideas and even push it even further. I really just want to become someone that people look to and they respect. And I have a reputation where people know Nate puts out a song, it's going to be good, it's going to be quality, and a lot of people are going to like it and be able to connect to it. I don't know exactly what kind of music I want to make in the future. I just know that whatever I want to put out, I want to have some type of feeling be elicited from it. I want someone to put on a song of mine and be like, wow, this makes me feel like this. Not just, oh, that was a cool track. I do want to make those things, and I do respect people that make those things. But I really want to focus on making some people like, wow, that made me tear up, or that made me really happy, or that change my mood. That kind of ability is really exciting to me. Just kind of final thoughts. Feel free to follow me and message me on any social media at HeyNateOfficial, which will probably be below in the video. But feel free, like if you're a producer, if you're a musician, if you're anybody, if you just want to chat, if you just want to work on stuff, if you want to send stuff back and forth, you know, I have the ability now and the time to talk to people and work on things, and I just want to work on more stuff. I think too many people focus on just themselves. I really want to work with as many people as I can. Having more people on a project, having more ears is always more exciting. Every new person has a new thought, a new idea, a new way they hear your voice. And if anything, bouncing your ideas off each other helps you learn and understand how your song reads or how your song is listened to. If I believe I'm creating this feeling, but someone else listens to it and they don't notice that, well then I need to change something about what I'm doing. I want to provide myself as a resource to other people too. You have cool songs you're listening to, have cool things you think are going on just in the music world, like shoot me a tweet, shoot me a message, like let's chat about it. I always am looking for more people to talk to about music and things like that. You know, I would say if you think one of my songs is cool or you think one of my songs is bad, like let me know. At this point, I just kind of want to figure out how I can evolve and how I can become a better person and become a better musician as well. Check out some of my songs on Spotify. By the time this video comes out, I should have a couple more songs on there that I'm really pretty stoked on, and I hope that I can help other people and help other people kind of realize what they want to do and the goals they want to have, and not doubt themselves as much as some people do, and kind of continue to evolve the music scene as much as I can and really just explore my life and help other people explore theirs along the way.